Hello, it is a pleasure to be with you for my TBC live broadcast. This is Stephen Tyrone Cuffey reporting to you in representation of our awesome opportunity called the Billion Coin that we refer to as TBC. Now we are coming up on our 300 live broadcast because today is this 298th, 298th, just two away from my broadcast, my 300 live broadcast. Now, I want to say, first of all, I want to thank my heart, my lovely wife. She's so awesome. Oh my God. I tell you, just to hear her voice, she went off to work, and hear her voice in the morning is just music to my ears. Okay. But I want to hear from her later today, and I know she's real busy. But anyway, thank you so much, sweetheart, for being here, as well as my Miss Kayla. I know you're here. I know you're here. And I will, like I said, I will make sure that I will make sure that everyone here, like Miss Kayla watching me, as well as my little one, Miss. Those little ones are something. Miss Caitlin, we call Butterball. Those little ones are so adorable. It's amazing to me. Just amazing to me. Okay. All right. Now, I want to also thank. Let me see who could be in our chat room here that I can see. Thank you so much, Mr. Musa, for being here, and Sharif. Thank you so much. These are the two people here. Thank you so much for being here. I want to make a correction on my 300 live broadcast. I had originally said that the broadcast would be at 4 o'clock, an hour later than this broadcast. But I'm actually, because of some things that have to occur in my family in the evening. My sister's celebrating a birthday with a few people coming in town. Although her birthday had passed some months ago, but she had to have this celebration now. So that was a little conflict. So I'm gonna have to move my 300 broadcast up 1 hour. So it will be at 2 o'clock. My broadcast start at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I always say, please check your time zone. Now I usually send out a reminder, usually people, but please check your time zone because at this time every day. But I'm moving up 1 hour early, 1 hour early than this broadcast right here on Sunday. I need everyone, folks. I don't know how much YouTube can take. I know if I did this on my Zoom account, I can take up to 100 people. But I want to have as many people that I ever had on a live broadcast at this 300 live broadcast because it's going to be something we all going to learn something from. It's going to be fun. It may be a little challenging for you. So I encourage you, if you haven't brushed up on some of your knowledge of TBC and you think you know it all, we're going to see how much you really know. Okay? We're going to see how much you really, really know. Okay? Because I'm going back from beginning of an inception of TBC. That's right. Beginning of March. I'm not going to give you the date because I know the date. I'm going to give you in March of 2016. That's for you to find out when our date started. Okay? But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to ask y'all a series of questions. I'm going to go from my panel. I hope I have a panel of men and women at the bottom. I hope that I will have a flood of people in my chat area. And I'm going to go from back to forth, just like I did on my 200 broadcast. Now, it only seemed long since I've done my 200 live broadcast, does it? And we already did 98. This is 98 broadcasts that I've done. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Doing broadcasting is not easy for some. And that's what I'm going to talk a little bit about before I started going on. I was listening to John Harder's broadcast today. I was on his broadcast, and he made a very good point. And one thing that I'm a ditto on is that people, let me tell you something. And Musa probably can say this, and Sharif can attest to this because they're both broadcasters. Broadcasting, no matter when you start, just start, people. Just start. It's not easy. It's not hard. It's not hard. It really isn't. And when you get started, it just flows. It becomes easier and easier and easier. I'm telling you all, talking to y'all is like a piece of cake for me, because this is the key element to be a good broadcaster. Speak from your heart. Speak from your heart. Then you're able to reach more people that way. Because people want to see the real you. They have to know, like, and trust you. And in any online business, they have to know, like, and trust you. And if you're not speaking from the heart and you thinking, oh, maybe, maybe that's it's something going on with that person because he's yelling, or he's always seemed angry, or he always seems sad. But if you're upbeat and you know what you're talking about, and folks, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to Billion Coin. Yes, I put it out there for you. I know what I'm talking about. I get more people from all over the world messaging me, asking me questions about the Billion Coin. Why this is not so? Why that is not so? Why I can't see that in my wallet? See, they don't even know the difference between what cookies are and what Kringles are. Cookies are what? Points that you redeem into Crinkles or TBC during redemption month, or months in this case, because we went from from November to January. So the admin gave us 90 days to redeem. There should be no excuse for people not being able to redeem their cookies if they have them. Okay? But being a broadcaster is vital, as vital as it can be, to get the point across through our members. And most importantly, guess who should be broadcasters? The new members that come on board. And guess whose job is that to help them to be a broadcaster? If you're their mentor and bringing them on TBC, then it is your job. And if you're not a broadcaster, then how can you teach someone how to be a broadcaster? So what do you do next? You go to a broadcaster and ask them how it's done, so you can teach your person how it's done. Now, on number 80 and number 146, and I remember I did another number, I can't remember now, but I know those two videos, I showed you how to schedule it in your Crinkle Cash back office, which stands for KCBO, as well as on your YouTube link. Now, some people can do it. I know that Dan Lopes was doing it on his Zoom account, and I could do it on my Zoom paying account too. I just choose to do it on YouTube like admin once preferred us to. And it's worked fine for the most part. We have had a few hookups along the way, and people know what's going on. I even had the problem on Zoom one time. Remember, we're using the software that's at a server somewhere else. And we counted on them to make sure they deliver a good product. But it's also your job to deliver a good product when you're doing your broadcast. If we're not talking about cash flow, folks, if we're not talking about our rapid rewards system, if we're not talking about our 23-step fast start cash flow system, if we're not talking about our 3 campaigns, and we don't know what they are, nor do we know what TBC is, what it isn't, and what your correct road is in it, if you don't know these things, because those are the things, and talking about merchants as well, if those are the things you should be talking about in your broadcast, all these other things you're talking about, that's not what admin wants. See, we got to be unified in what we're talking about in the Billion Coin. We got to emphasize the things that's in our blog. And speaking of the blog, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go into the blog and show you just a few things, okay? So let's do a screen share. Okay. All right. Okay, this right here was what our friend, how you doing? Mr. Haroon came in. That's good. Now let me ask you something. This is what my friend Pratam Kumar told me the other day, told all of us the other day on my live broadcast about their expanding merchants in India. Okay, I'm not gonna play this because you won't be able to hear it on my laptop, but make sure you play this. These are people of merchants that's coming together in India, folks. So it's happening, folks. Okay, he's getting it done. I'm not gonna you're not gonna hear this, but I'm gonna just play this. You can see him talking. And you can see him. This is Mr. Pritan Kumar that was on my live broadcast the other day, the last 2 days in a row. And he's talking to one of the merchants right here, shaking his hand, as you can see. See, if I play this, you won't be able to hear me, so I'm not playing this, but he's talking about it, okay? And this is in the country of India, all right? It's happening, folks. Also, Mr. Pritam Kumar will be doing it in his native language in India, and he passed the baton of speaking in Hindi to another one, his female country ladies there, going to be doing it in Hindi for the Sinbun meetings. He's going to be doing the Sinbun meetings in his language. So we're going to have 5 Sinbun meetings on next Tuesday and one that Randy do on Monday. Okay? All right. So now, again, folks, merchants is happening in India. He's expanding like no other. I know that Nicole Lee is doing that over in Italy and Europe, in the villages there, in the area there. She's trying to expand out there. But folks, this is so wonderful. It's so, so wonderful. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's see here. Thank you, admin, once again. I didn't expect them to even put this one on the blog. This is my yesterday's broadcast 297. New members need your full attention. And I went over something that Randy also did in his live broadcast, and his yesterday's broadcast also made this. So we both went over the same thing, and it's important that sometimes we go over that whole little passage that I went over here in his broadcast, because we need, like I said before, like it says here, new members need our full attention. We got to make sure they're getting the right things from us. Okay? Got to make sure that's the case. Okay? All right. Now, this one here, it says, are you aware of how well referring pays right now? Okay. All right. Now, let's see here. First of all, it says, let's establish how much 1 million cookies is worth by using the currency calculator in the KCBO. Let's select USD as a well-known value of our comparison. 1 million cookies equal to 0.01 TBC, and that's 87,082.51 today. Now let me stop right there, folks. Did you hear what I just said? So every time you do a broadcast for broadcasters, you're getting 1 million cookies that equal over $87,000. Now, how many broadcasts have I done, folks, that I said I did today? I've done 298 broadcasts. And I knew there were over $80,000 a broadcast. I knew that in terms of TBC, okay? So with Rapid Rewards, it only takes 2 referrals within the first 24 hours to get 10 million cookies, which equal to $870,000, $825.10. Did you hear that, folks? Did you hear that? Woo! Wow. And here's the basic. This is in your KCBO right here, this poster, as well as this too. It says those 2 referrals do count towards getting 100 referrals under the regular Cookie Rewards program. Okay, that's important to note. Those 2 do count. This is the holiday chart area here that will be ending on the 31st of this month. So we have possibly about 2 weeks, folks. All right. And admin says this, as I said before, the holiday promo will become the 2019 promo while we are in the billionaire zone of building out our membership. To take advantage of what this promo has to offer, you need to do a transaction of 40 grains, which is a little over $100 US dollars, folks. You get 10 million cookies for every referral. So let's add up how much is earned by getting 2 referrals as part of our Rapid Rewards. Rapid Rewards pays out 10 million cookies that add to the 10 million for each referral. And those 2 referrals are totaling worth 30 million cookies. That is $2,612,475.33. Wow. That's a huge reward for just bringing in 2 people. Now think about all those people that I've been showing in my broadcast that's bringing in 2 and bringing in those 2 bringing in 4. I mean, a total of 4. You know, when people look at these big numbers, just think about this, folks. All this in your wallet. Now, I have quite a bit more than this in my wallet, of course, as well as my wife, as well as people on my team. But all this going to be worth totally what it is when we get to 1 billion members. And we want to do that this year, right, folks? And definitely by sometime in 2020. Come on, we can do it, folks. Let's get to 1 billion members so people can stop worrying about, well, when can I really use my wallet for goods and services like we do our own currency in our country? It's going to happen, folks. You got to exercise patience. You got to get out there and build our community. If we hurry up and get to 1 billion members and everybody's educated properly along the way, guess what's going to happen? They will be using our goods, using our coin for all types of goods and services around the world. Even here in the U.S., they'll be using it. Now, I know not a lot of people using it here in my country yet, but guess what? It's going to happen. Our government, our country, we can't even keep 800,000 people employed. So they think they're going to stop somebody from having a coin, a private a community of a great coin. How do you think they're going to stop anybody like us if they can't even keep 800,000 people employed in the federal government? It's a crying shame, isn't it? Thank God I'm not working for them. Just think, years ago I wanted to work for them, but they didn't have those issues back then. We got the wrong president, if you ask me, but I'll leave that for another discussion. Okay, now, like I said before, so that is that particular blog post. All right. Okay, let's see, is that it? Oh, here's another one. I believe this is Randy's. Yeah, he did a wonderful. Yeah, if y'all don't listen to this one, these last two, you're missing a treat. When you understand a problem in great detail, you will truly appreciate the solution. And what he talked about is TBC is the solution to our current monetary system. I'm going to say that again. The billion coin is a solution to your current monetary system, whether it's in the US, whether it's overseas somewhere in New Zealand, Australia, parts of Africa, wherever, parts of Asia. TBC is a solution for your current monetary system. Because the central banking system that gives your governments money or loan them money, don't give it to them, they loan the money to them with interest. And then you'll get, it's all designed to keep us where we are. And that's totally another discussion too. I'm not gonna go down that road in this live broadcast. But I'm gonna just say, listen, Randy did nail it on the head in these broadcasts. You need to listen to them because I was there. Okay. All right. Yeah, that was it for that. Okay. All right. I'm gonna come out of this screen share now. Thank you all again for in the chat area for came on. I see people, Harun from the continent of Africa. I see people from the Bangladesh community, which is good. I'm thanking all of you for being here today. My loved one, she's always supporting me. I love her so much, as well as Kayla and Caitlin, that we refer to as Butterball. Just make sure that you keep supporting the people out there doing their broadcast. Those that people think that's not doing a great job, or they think they're not doing a good job, people, listen to this. You're doing a great job because you stepped out of your comfort zone to give a good broadcast the best of your ability. But again, if you're talking about cash flow and encouraging fast duplication and talking about the tools and placing on our blog, folks, you don't miss a trick. You're doing what admin expects of you. Okay? Now, I'm pretty much done for today. I don't know if anybody want to come on now. It's the time if you want to come on. If not, I understand. I really want people on my panel. And I just don't, and I'm not to say nothing against the Bangladesh people, because I know they're going to be there. But I need other people. I need people from other countries on my panel. I just don't want all Bangladesh people on my panel, because some of them may not understand me or understand the question like some of the English-speaking people. But they do the best they can, and they support me like no other around the world, that is. But of course, I have to say, my wife, she's there, hasn't missed the broadcast. She's always there. Okay? And the very few times, maybe once or twice that she's missed it, she's always listened to it more than once. One time we were talking, she was playing it at the house. So make sure that everyone get the word out, folks. I've been promoting this as much as I can under the time I have. Get people to the my 300 broadcasts. That's a big step for most anyone. I guess I'm about to achieve that. It's true. And I'm not stopping there. I'm not stopping even if I get at 500. As long as admin wants us to do these broadcasts, I'll be doing broadcasts. Because I'm in it to win it. I'm in it to the end to 1 billion members. People like Randy's to the 1 billion members, because we have the vision. Do you have the vision? You know, so make sure you support me on that day. I need everybody. And remember, I'm going to say it again because I don't know if the people came in later hear me. I had said that that broadcast, that broadcast, 300 broadcast would be 1 hour later. But the good news for people like in the Bangladesh community and maybe parts of Africa is going to be 1 hour earlier. So it's going to be at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which is my time, instead of 3 o'clock. Okay? 1 hour earlier. Not 1 hour later, like I originally said. It's 1 hour earlier. Okay? Please be there on time. We're going to try to have fun, brush up on your knowledge. We're going to find out how much you really know. We don't feel bad if you get a wrong answer because I'm going to give you the right answer. And so you'll know it. Have some notes down, maybe have a notepad so you'll pick up on something. It's coming from a person that knows the blog, probably like no other. Okay, I'm letting you know. I'm telling you now. Okay? So, I'm done, folks. Y'all have a nice day. Okay? Have a great day out there. Make it the best you can make it. And I'll see everyone tomorrow, which is Saturday, at 3 o'clock. But on Sunday, what time is going to be? 1 hour earlier, 2 o'clock. Okay? All right. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.